YouTube for the organization's channel on YouTube. See YouTube channel. YouTube is an American web-based video sharing and online entertainment stage settled in San Bruno, California. It was sent off on February 14, 2005, by Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jawed Karim. Possessed by Google, it is the second most visited site, just after Google itself. YouTube has more than 1 billion month-to-month users, 7, who by and large watch more than 1 billion hours of recordings each day. 8. As of May 2019, recordings were being transferred at a pace of over 500 hours of content for every minute. 9. 10. YouTube. The YouTube logo is made of a red round rectangular box with a white play button inside and YouTube written in dark. Logo starting around 2017. YouTube homepage.png screen capture of landing page on the 14th of November 2021 kind of business auxiliary sort of site online video stage established February. A long time back Base Camp 901 Cherry Avenue San Bruno, California, United States region served around the world barring impeded nations founders Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, Jawed Karim. Key individuals: Susan Wojcicki, CEO, Chad Hurley. Counsel, Industry Web Video Facilitating Administration Items. YouTube Premium, YouTube Music, YouTube TV, YouTube Kids. Income increment 19.8 billion United States dollars 2021. Parent Google LLC 2006. Present URL www.youtube.com. See rundown of restricted space names. Promoting Google AdSense enrollment. Discretionary, not expected to observe most recordings. Expected for specific undertakings, for example, transferring recordings, seeing hailed 18+ recordings, making playlists, loving or disdaining recordings, and posting remarks. Clients increment 2.6 billion April 2022. 2. Failed verification, sent off February. Quite a while back. Current status: dynamic content permit. Uploader holds copyright standard permit. Creative Commons can be chosen. Written in Python, Center, API 3, C, through C, Python, C++, Java, through GUIS Platform, 4, 5, Go, 6, JavaScript, UI. In October 2006, year and a half in the wake of posting its most memorable video and 10 months after its true send-off, YouTube was purchased by Google for $1.65 billion. 11. Google's responsibility for extended the site's plan of action, growing from creating income from notices alone, to offering paid content, for example, films and selective substance delivered by YouTube. It likewise offers YouTube Premium, a paid membership choice for watching content without promotions. YouTube and endorsed makers partake in Google's AdSense program, which tries to create more income for the two players. YouTube's accounted for income for 2020 was $19.8 billion. 12. Since its buy by Google, YouTube has extended past the center site into versatile applications, network TV, and the capacity to connect with different stages. Video classes on YouTube incorporate music recordings, video cuts, news, short movies, include films, narratives, sound accounts, film trailers, mysteries, live streams, video blogs. From there, the sky is the limit. Most Happy is created by people, including coordinated efforts among YouTubers and corporate patrons. Laid out media partnerships like Disney, Paramount, and Warner Brothers. Disclosure have likewise made and extended their corporate YouTube channels to publicize to a bigger crowd. YouTube has had a phenomenal social effect, affecting mainstream society, web drifts, and making multimillionaire VIPs. Notwithstanding the entirety of its development and achievement, YouTube has been generally reprimanded. Analysis of YouTube incorporates the site being utilized to work with the spread of falsehood, copyright issues, routine infringement of its clients' protection, empowering control, and imperiling youngster security and prosperity. Contents History Principal article, History of YouTube establishing and beginning development 2005-2006 from left to right, Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jawed Karim, the pioneers behind YouTube. YouTube was established by Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jawed Karim. 13. The threesome was all early representatives of PayPal, which left them improved after the organization was purchased by eBay. 14. Hurley had concentrated on plan at the Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and Chen and Karim concentrated on software engineering together at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. 15. As per a story that has frequently been rehashed in the media, Hurley and Chen fostered the thought for YouTube during the early long stretches of 2005, after they had encountered trouble sharing recordings that had been taken shots at an evening gathering at Chen's loft in San Francisco. Kareem didn't go to the party and rejected that it had happened, yet Chen commented that YouTube was established after an evening gathering, was likely extremely fortified by showcasing thoughts around making a story that was very digestible. 16. Kareem said the motivation for YouTube previously came from the Super Bowl 38 halftime show contention when Janet Jackson's bosom was momentarily uncovered by Justin Timberlake during the halftime show. Kareem couldn't undoubtedly find video clasps of the occurrence and the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami on the web, which prompted the possibility of a video sharing site. 17. Hurley and Chen said that the first thought for YouTube was a video variant of a web-based dating administration, and had been impacted by the site Hot or Not. 16. 18. They made posts on Craigslist requesting that appealing ladies transfer recordings of themselves to YouTube in return for a $100 reward. 19. Difficulty in finding sufficient dating recordings prompted a course change, with the website's pioneers choosing to acknowledge transfers of a video. 20. The YouTube logo was utilized from its send-off until 2007, it returned in 2008 and got eliminated again in 2010. One more form of this logo without their "broadcast yourself" trademark was utilized until 2011. YouTube started as an investment-subsidized innovation startup. Between November 2005 and April 2006, the organization fundraised from an assortment of financial backers with Sequoia Capital, $11.5 million, and Artis Capital Management, $8 million, being the biggest two. 1421 YouTube's initial base camp were arranged over a pizza joint and Japanese eatery in San Mateo, California. 22 In February 2005, the organization enacted www.youtube.com. 23 The main video was transferred April 23, 2005. Named Me at the Zoo, it shows Prime supporter Jawed Kareem at the San Diego Zoo and can in any case be seen on the site. 24-25 In May, the organization sent off a public beta and by November, a Nike promotion highlighting Ronaldinho turned into the main video to arrive at 1 million complete views. 26-27. The site sent off formally on December 15, 2005, by which time the site was getting 8 million perspectives a day. 28-29 Clips at the time were restricted to 100 megabytes, just 30 seconds of footage. 30 In spite of mainstream thinking, YouTube was not the primary video sharing webpage on the internet. Vimeo was sent off in November 2004, however that website stayed a side undertaking of its designers from College Humor at that point and didn't develop a lot, either. 31. The 7-day stretch of YouTube's send-off, NBC Universal's Saturday Night Live ran a play, Lethargic Sunday, by The Lonely Island. Other than assisting with reinforcing appraisals and long-haul viewership for Saturday Night Live, Sluggish Sundays, status as an early popular video laid out YouTube as a significant website. 32 Unofficial transfers of the play to YouTube attracted in excess of 5 million aggregate perspectives by February 2006, preceding they were eliminated when NBC Universal mentioned it 2 months after the fact in light of copyright concerns. 33 Despite at last being brought down, these copy transfers of the drama promoted YouTube's range and prompted the transfer of all the more outsider content. 34-35 The webpage developed quickly and, in July 2006, the organization reported that in excess of 65,000 new recordings were being transferred consistently, and that the website was getting 100 million video views for each day. 36. The decision of the name www.youtube.com prompted issues for a comparatively named site, www.youtube.com. That site's proprietor, Universal Tube and Rollform Equipment, recorded a claim against YouTube in November 2006 in the wake of being consistently overburdened by individuals searching for YouTube. General Tube in this manner changed its site to.youtubeonline.com. 37-38 Broadcast Yourself period 2006-2013 YouTube's Central Command in San Bruno, California. On October 9, 2006, Google reported that it had gained YouTube for $1.65 billion in Google stock. 39-40, the arrangement was concluded on November 13, 2006. 41-42, Google's procurement sent off new freshly discovered interest in video sharing locales. IAC, which currently possessed Vimeo, zeroed in on supporting the substance makers to separate itself from YouTube. 31, it is right now YouTube gave the motto, broadcast yourself. YouTube logo from 2015 until 2017 the organization experienced quick development. The Daily Telegraph composed that in 2007, YouTube consumed as much data transmission as the whole Internet in 2000. 43, by 2010, the organization had arrived at a piece of the pie of around 43% and in excess of 14 billion perspectives on recordings, as per Comscore. 44, that year, the organization improved on its point of interaction to expand the time clients would spend on the site. 45, in 2011, multiple billion recordings were being observed every day with 48 hours of new recordings transferred each minute. 46, 47, 48, however, the vast majority of these perspectives came from a somewhat modest number of recordings. As per a programmer around then, 30% of recordings represented the vast majority of perspectives on the site. 49, that year, the organization again changed its connection point and simultaneously presented another logo with a hazier shade of red. 50, 51, an ensuing connection point change, intended to bind together the experience across work area, TV, and portable, was carried out in 2013. 52, by that point, over 100 hours were being transferred consistently, a number that would increment to 300 hours by November 2014. 53, 54, during this time, the organization likewise went through a few hierarchical changes. In October 2006, YouTube moved to another office in San Bruno, that's what California. 55, Hurley declared.